Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you with something super duper exciting. This is an automatic wheat farm. I had one I did before with quite the hullabaloo of redstone work underneath it. This one is much simpler. I know it looks a little intimidating from here. It's pretty resource light with the exception of some rails, and I made this one, I don't know, half hour ago, and we got a stack and a half. The villager is going to just keep planting. As you can see, no wheat goes unturned, keeps on going. It's really smooth. I know when TU31 first came out, there was a problem with people on PS3 with the villagers doing this mechanic, but honestly, I haven't had any problem. My other one's working perfect. This one's working perfect, so I think he's a busy guy. Look, he's like, nope, pop. And there you go. It's pretty simple stuff, so I'm going to tell you what you need, and let's just get in this build. Let's see if I can do it in 20 minutes. That would be a good goal. For this build, guys, you're going to need 80 dirt. You're going to need that dirt. 16 redstone torches, 16 powered rails, about 67 regular rails, 1 detector rail, 1 chest, 2 hoppers, 1 hopper minecart, 1 comparator, 4 redstone dust, about 43 blocks just to wrap the wall in, about 43 glass just to wrap the wall as well, and 1 fence post and 1 single glowstone. I think will have you covered. In addition to that, you're going to need, of course, 1 farmer villager. That's the brown coat. Make sure it is, and make sure he has nothing in his inventory, because you're also going to need 8 stacks of seeds to put in his inventory to ensure that he will continue to just plant seeds and never pick up any of the wheat, taking away the precious wheat that you want. So there you go. It's still going. It's going good. So as you can see right here, I've done a little digging. So the first things first, you're going to go ahead and dig yourself out a 9x9 hole in the ground, and you're going to put it 2 deep. And then coming off the end of that 9x9 hole, we're going to go 4 down, and it's going to be off-centered by 1. So it's a 4 deep hole, 5 long, and 4 wide. And you notice that there's only 2 on this side and there's 3 on this side, so it's off-centered to the right side. And there you go. So first things first, guys, there's a little bit of effort that you have to put into running the rails here. So first things first, the rails is going to go in here. And then what I do is I lay out all regular rails and then make sure I got it going, and then I'll add the torches after the fact. So let's go ahead and say that we're going to put a red glowstone in the middle that's going to hold our water and keep it lit up here. Make sure nothing spawns and stops our minecart. And then what we're going to do is just start a little trail and make sure it goes all the way around. This is maybe the most resource intensive, but honestly, it's not that much iron. It's actually pretty doable. Let's go up this way, and then we're going to go around, keep going around, and then we'll put our powered rails after. You know what? Nope. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab some iron blocks. That's going to be my block of choice for this build, and let's just bring this guy out. This is where he's going to go. Let's bring this guy out here just for now. That way he doesn't attach to any other rails. Okay, back on our track. So this guy here, we're going to want this guy to go here and then back around here. Looking good, all the way around here. Up here like this, and then around. And as you can see, we're going to come to a nice point at the end where it's going to shoot straight on. And now after I've done that, what I do is I put some powered rails. Pretty much I put like a diamond shape. So what I'm going to do is get rid of this guy, and then do the same thing this way. Again, in survival, you might not want to do it this way, but for creative, it's easier. You know that you don't make any mistakes, because if you make some mistakes here, it ain't going to be good. And then we'll make sure everything works good. So let's grab our torches, and we're going to put our torches 2 down like this. Torch. And there you go. Most of the redstone torches are right here. There's only one other one, I think. No, actually, there's none. And once we've done that, I also put one right here. Torch. And then I put one. Nah, I think I'll leave that like that. So now grab your blocks of choice, put it back, and cover those holes. Again, if you're a baller, you could just throw some redstone blocks. That's how I did the other one. I just figured telling somebody that they need 20 redstone blocks is a lot more when you could just put some redstone torches there. So let's go ahead and do this. And then again, we'll just test it at the end. If we're having any problems, we'll add another one, but I don't think we're going to because the other one works perfect. So first things first, start from the middle here. Perfect, perfect. Good. And then let's go over here, do the same thing. Looks good to me. Right here. Make sure you start from this side. It'll glitch out if you don't. This way, this way, this way. Right there. And then right there. So as of right now, this should work perfect. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and throw my minecart with Hopper on. Honestly, test this before you start to rest. Make this work, and then once it works good, again, you have to put these powered rails, guys. Don't try to skimp on it and there you go. It works perfect. As you know, once minecarts with hoppers get stuff in it, they start going at a different speed. They go slower, so you really don't want to mess with this. You want to make sure it goes nice and fast through it all, right? In and out, in and out. So perfect. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's grab our dirt. So now what you guys are going to do is dirt up this whole bad boy. I'm going nice and fast. I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm like, yeah. And you can put these right next to each other. You could put one on. You can actually stack them if you really wanted to. It might be a little bit more complicated redstone wise, but just make sure we leave this hole right here for our water source. That block was accident, so don't place that. Everybody's like, Skippy, what's that extra dirt for? And do this guy here. And this guy here. Once we've done this, I'm just going to grab my blocks of choice and I'm going to put a wall around it. You're going to just want to have a 2-high wall, to stop the villager from leaving, because he'll be like, what's this? I'm not your slave. I'm not your slave, Skippy. What? I'm out of here. I'm gonna go over and hang out with my other villager friends making auto wheat farms over there. Haha. Okay, see, this is how come tutorials take too long, because I start jabbering. So let's go here and bring this guy across. Okay, I'm gonna grab my glass and bingo bango, bring this around, and now the villager will be safe. Again, it's pretty simple build, guys. It does work awesome. I mean, just to have automatically wheat just in a chest for you is pretty much the best thing in the world. Okay, so now that we've done this, we're gonna grab a hoe and some seeds, and let's just do that now, so that way it's nice and grown, so at the end everybody can be like, oh, Skippy, you're awesome, look how good it works in the video. And hoe it all up. Again, it's actually imperative that you do this beforehand. So first things first, let's put our water in the middle, or else we're wasting our time. There we go. And yeah, so make sure that you have all of our wheat in the farm before we put the villager in, because we want to make sure he doesn't pick up anything by accident. Even though the way we're doing it, I'm going to show you guys so that you don't have to have that problem. This way, this way, this way, this way. Last but not least, these guys right here. You know what? I'm just going to go get my extra seeds from over here. Extra seeds in this chest right here. Perfect. Where did all this weird stuff in my inventory come from? I don't know. That's crazy. So we got our seeds and we're going to plant it. Especially they'll be grown by the time we get to the end. Get this guy going here. It's like my new thing. I'm like, every time I do a tutorial now that's bigger, I'm like, okay, I want to do this in 21 minutes, or I want to do this in 2.5 minutes, whatever it is. It sets a nice standard. Instead of like speeding up the video or whatever, I'm just going to try to be a little more to the point. Okay, wheat is growing, glass is there. I'm going to grab my fences. Actually, I should have did this in the first place. It's going to get rid of the water, but I'll bring it back. What I'm going to do is just put the fence there, put a fence on top of it, get rid of this bottom guy, put the water back, put a fence. And then what I do here is I didn't put this in the things you'll need. Actually, this is just extra, but I like to do it because it looks pretty. You don't want things spawning in here and stomping on your, you know what I mean? Who needs stomping? Stomping's no good. And this is just like my generic light post that I use in any build that has a light post. This is what it gets. So I like it. I think it looks good. Fits the build. Wheat is growing. It's looking good. This will actually help your wheat grow at night as well, which will help your wheat farm actually produce a lot faster. As you noticed, it started going faster, and at night it will be good. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is start working on the redstone part. So I'm just going to grab a few items in here. So what we're going to need is... Okay, so let's do the redstone stuff now. As you can see, what I've done here is I actually just lowered it down one more. So this hole is now 5 deep. I'm doing that mostly so that everybody can see. It's not going to be quite that size, but hey, so we got our stuff right here. This is going to be your end chest. If you want to make it a double, whatever. We're just going to use one for this tutorial here. Grab yourself a hopper. I don't have enough rooms in my inventory, but down here, double hopper, jump in the sky. Okay, we're going to be putting a powered rail on this guy right here. We're going to be putting a block of choice on this guy right here. We're going to put regular rail, and a detector rail on that guy. Look at that, look at that. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do here is, let's just jump down the hole. We're going to want to build this guy up and put a block coming out of this guy, and that guy is going to get a comparator. Throw a comparator right there. That comparator is going to go into a block of choice. Underneath the block of choice is going to be into their block of choice. We're going to be putting redstone dust. This redstone dust is going to go under here, and then what we're going to do is put repeater dust to a block with a torch, and then another block on top with dust. Jackpot. So the last thing we're going to do right here, guys, is actually just take, basically what we're going to do is put a block right under this guy, the detector rail. We're going to put a dust on that guy. We're going to put the repeater facing out of this guy into a block. So that is our redstone. It should be all done. What we are going to do is let's grab a minecart with hopper, and then make sure it has some stuff in it. So we'll do that by putting this guy here. And then we'll just throw this in there. Whatever, let's throw 2 in there. It'll take a while. If it stops and unloads, it works. And you'll get to feel good about it. So let's go over here and send him on his way. And then hopefully when he comes back, if he stops, you're pretty much mission accomplished. Stopped, it's emptying. And when it's done emptying, it's going to go again. And it's going to be gone. Mission accomplished, guys. You have successfully completed all the redstone. Let's go ahead and just glass this off. Again, you can put some stairs here, whatever you desire. That's what I did on the other one, is I just put some stairs leading up and there, and then just put some stairs on here. Your call on how you make this look, but at the end of the day, this sucker works, and it will leave when it's done emptying. You'll see it. It won't be here when we get back. So now the villager, guys, this is going to prove to be what the #1 challenge is for everybody, but it's actually quite easy. So in survival mode, you need, no matter what mode you're in, you need a farmer villager. It's a brown coat just like that guy right there. It is key that it is a farmer villager, so make sure that you get a farmer villager. #1, #2, look at left. It works good. It's going to go around and pick the stuff, so that's cool. So what I do is, in creative mode, this is the easy way, but long story short, you need a farmer villager with nothing in its inventory. You need a totally fresh one. I recommend personally curing a zombie villager. You could cure a zombie villager, save one in your base, because you only need one, right? You don't need to set up a whole train track system. So what I do on creative is I just make this box and I go until we got a farmer villager. And go like this. In survival, guys, I totally recommend curing a zombie villager because you know it's fresh, and you have to make sure it has nothing in its inventory. So a lot of people, when they're trapping a villager on survival, they're building these blocks around it, right? And then they go and then they try to get the villager out. Meanwhile, when they throw their 8 stacks of seeds in there, the villager actually has a bunch of malarkey inside of its thing. So for me, I'm going to grab a sword and a villager egg because it took me so long to get a farmer villager last time. But that's pretty much the key to success. And then after that, you're going to need 8 stacks of seeds. So let's just get this show on the road. So you can see that that's most likely not a farmer villager. I would say for my purposes, you could get, there's ones called Fletcher. Look at this, jackpot. What? So he's a fisherman, but he's technically a farmer. Honestly, guys, I would just go until I get one that says farmer. I'm not messing with things. This is a pretty easy to do this in creative, but this guy here is going to say armorer. That's no good. What you really want is farmer. I'm getting so good at doing this in creative. Just keep going, but brown coat, guys. That's the, there we go. A shepherd is a farmer, so I'm going to leave this guy. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I know this guy is going to cut it because he has a solid brown coat. Fletcher, farmer, shepherd, these are all farmers. So basically, this guy has nothing in his inventory right now. So what we want to do is make sure that the only thing in his inventory is stacks of seeds. And specifically, you're going to want him to have 8 of them. So now what you do is just go like this and give this dude all your seeds. He should pick every single one of them up. And I guess we'll find out quickly if a shepherd is good enough to do farming. But I'm pretty sure it'll work just fine. And we'll see the immediate excitement because as soon as... So he picked them all up. Looks good. That looks good to us. So now basically the minute we put this guy in there, the only priority he's going to have is going to run to the first wheats that are growing, smash them, and he's going to pick up the seeds because he can't actually pick up the wheat because all of his inventory slots are filled with seeds. So let's just give this guy some love. Hey, bro, guess where you're going? That's right. You got a new job. Oh, he stomped it, but that's okay. We could fix that up. And there you go. See him running around? Bang. He pops the seeds. He pops this. The wheat is not going to get picked up by him, but it's getting picked up by the cart. He's going to keep doing this. I'm going to fix this. That was my own bad. And we have a perfectly automatic wheat farm. I did it in under 20 minutes, I'm almost sure. I feel so good about that. So let's just pop this off and... there you go. This could be like the farming corner. There's a whole bunch of automatic farms. I'm going to tell anybody. I've been trying to make a rabbit farm cooker. Like this is like attempt number 15 and 20 or really high up. I can't even find one on YouTube. So I'm on the hunt for a rabbit farm, but as you can see, we're most likely, I put 2 stacks in before. So we already got 5 and 6. They're just going to keep going. And there you go, guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 2 of them right next to each other. You can make more, less, whatever you want. But I think it's super cool, super awesome. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for some more wicked tutorials. And share this video on social media with your friends. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm out.